am back inside, ready to take another moment out of my chaotic life to explain to you that if official deniers for corporations or for the government were held accountable for their lies, that would also help to stop a lot of corporations and governments' bad behavior. For example, these guys who made the mistake of being interviewed by this Al Jazeera reporter, who are official deniers for Bayer, formerly known as Monsanto, should be held accountable for the lies that they are telling on behalf of Bayer, formerly known as Monsanto. I just made this salad. It's beautiful, huh? I think the tomatoes are a little bit underripe. I'm sorry, my boyfriend and our friend are actually moving my dishwasher right now. So they're a little bit distracted and may not have noticed that the tomatoes on the salad I made are underripe, but they are. And I'm now going to tell you a story about one time when I ordered a sandwich and the tomatoes on my sandwich were underripe. Sorry people, I had to go outside to continue filming because my friend is inside my house washing dishes in my kitchen by hand because my dishwasher is not yet hooked up, but it is about to be hooked up. So while I am sitting outside waiting for dishes to be washed to eat my salad off of, I am going to tell you a short story. A few years ago, I went to the Arcata Co-op, which is an organic food grocery store in Arcata, California. I ordered a sandwich on gluten-free bread, and whenever I order sandwiches on gluten-free bread anywhere, I always watch the employees make the sandwiches very carefully to make sure they don't accidentally cross-contaminate my sandwich with gluten. Anyway, as I was watching the employee make the sandwich, I noticed that the tomatoes she was putting on my sandwich were very, very underripe. So I said, "Those tomatoes look really underripe. Can you please put some riper tomatoes on my sandwich?" That was apparently a mistake because she actually called the manager, and a manager came over who happened to be a guy around my age who had dreadlocks. He kind of looked a little bit like my boyfriend looks now. Anyway, the guy came over and didn't apologize that the tomatoes were underripe. In fact, he went into denial mode immediately. He said, "I don't see underripe tomatoes. I see beautiful, delicious, organic tomatoes." And I said, "But the organic tomatoes are underripe." And he said, "To me, they look sweet, they look delicious, they look organic." And I said, "Do they look ripe?" And he said, "They look organic, they look sweet, they look delicious. I would love to eat them." And I said, "Do they look underripe?" And he basically began to say the same thing again. And that's when I realized that this employee was the store's official denier. Whenever somebody complained about something, his job was to tell the customer that they were wrong and that the food was fine and delicious because it was organic. His job was basically to say there can't be something wrong with the food because it's organic. After listening to this idiot repeat himself over and over, I interrupted him and I told him he was wasting his skill. I said, instead of working at an organic grocery store where you're probably being paid not much more than the minimum wage, you should get a job giving people tours of the nuclear power plant. They need people with your skill. They need people to give citizens tours of the nuclear power plants and talk about how safe the radiation is and how wonderful nuclear power is, and to basically deny any of the dangers of nuclear power Because if people knew how dangerous it was, they would not support nuclear power. They would close down all the nuclear power plants. And the corporations that run the nuclear power plants need official deniers. I am now back inside my house again after changing Evelyn's diaper and giving her a strawberry. And Eugene is playing Nintendo. What are you playing on the Nintendo Switch right now?
What is it?
He's playing a demo.
What is this thing?
Of a game called Deep Ones.
Deep ones? What deep ones?
That's whatever game you're playing the demo of.
Well, here I am.
So as I was saying, all corporations have official deniers. And a few days ago in a video I said that all wars and all police brutality and abuse of prisoners of any kind would end if the police officers and soldiers and prison guards were held accountable for their behavior. Now I'm going to talk about corporations being held accountable for their behavior, and specifically about people whose job it is to be official deniers.
What flavor is this?
It's orange flavored.
I swear.
Yes, it does. Look, I managed to calm the children down by feeding them chocolate. Weird tasting chocolate, but chocolate nonetheless. And the dishwasher is washing, but I think there might be a problem.
Yeah, it's not leaking water, it's just a small dishwasher. No, seriously, we need to call the company that's leaking.
Why is it leaking?
Because here it's got a leak. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to try to fix that one with more tape and more plumbing dope. And then here it's gushing out because the pressure release valve is missing a red button.
We're
Look.
missing a red button, people.
Let me push it in. Yeah, it cuts off, but it's just continuously going, which is wasting a lot of propane
And water.
and water.
My boyfriend is now outside messing with the dishwasher, trying to see if he can get it to work without leaking. And I am back inside, ready to take another moment out of my chaotic life to explain to you that if official deniers for corporations or for the government were held accountable for their lies, that would also help to stop a lot of corporations and governments' bad behavior. For example, these guys who made the mistake of being interviewed by this Al Jazeera reporter.
All our operation is safe for our employees, it's safe for the community.
So are you telling me to tell these locals that are saying they're getting rashes, they have itchy eyes, watery eyes from your chemicals, don't worry, it's all safe?
No, I'm pretty sure that our operation is safe. They can feel that, but I'm pretty sure it's not our operation.
Who are official deniers for Bayer, formerly known as Monsanto, should be held accountable for the lies that they are telling on behalf of Bayer, formerly known as Monsanto. Bayer, formerly known as Monsanto, is committing crimes, and those employees who are lying in order to help cover up those crimes should be charged as accomplices to those crimes in a court of law. Similarly, people who lie on behalf of the government when the government commits crimes should also be prosecuted for their crimes. And that includes the numerous government employees from the Border Patrol or the Trump administration who are knowingly lying to cover up the crimes of other government officials, including the way immigrants are being tortured in torture facilities, now being called concentration camps by the media. So I say we should not only prosecute the Border Patrol agents who work at these concentration camps who are committing these acts of torture, but also Trump and his aides who are dismissing reports of disease and hunger in the concentration camps, the members of the Border Patrol who knew about the derogatory Facebook group, and anyone else who has lied to defend this travesty. If you prosecute them as accessories to the crimes that they are helping other people commit by lying to cover them up, then it will make other official deniers for governments or for corporations not follow the order to officially deny when that order is given to them in the future, because they will know that if they follow that order, they will go to jail. So that is my solution. My solution is, as Trump is famous for saying, lock them up, lock them up, lock them up, like they did to other people.
Outside.
Oh, good.
Before I end this video, I am going to check on the progress of my dishwasher, which as you can see is running in the shed outside. If anyone is wondering why, it is because we are finishing my kitchen remodel that we did not finish last year. And to do so, we had to take the dishwasher outside. So is it working?
It never shuts off completely, but it really slows down, actually.
So it is working.
Sort of. I think that we need a new piece from the company.
We'll see if it works or worked in 22 minutes.
Well, I put it on a rinse because it's been running and running forever.
We'll see how well it worked, if at all.
And look at how
20
hot that water is.
Something minutes. It just says 2 now. Is there a 1? Oh, there is. I'm just trying to see it from that angle. The dishwasher ended up not working at all. So I went to a restaurant to get burgers. And these bags are burgers and fries. And down on the floorboard in my car that does not have built-in cup holders in a drink holder are milkshakes and my coffee.
Oh, it's a DUB. That one's a double, and this one's a double.
At least the burgers are good. They are good, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone's trying to get to the bag because she wants more food.
Ah!
All right. So that was the result of the food. It mostly got eaten. People are burping.
Eugene, you gotta finish.
Eugene likes his chocolate milkshake more than he liked his burger.
Mm-hmm.
I burped.
And this is the result of the dishwasher experiment. As you can see, the dishes did not fully come clean, unfortunately. And the result of me is that after running around trying to do 20 things at once today and record this video at the same time, I am exhausted and I'm gonna need to lay down in my room for a little while before I edit this video. So, bye for now. Please like this video, share this video, watch my other videos, and subscribe to my channel. Don't stop recording yet. Bye.